What's going on, Genius Nation? It's your man, Dr. Will, and you guys know the deal. Let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Even if you're watching this on the replay, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. I'm here in the beautiful city of Phoenix, Arizona, where God vacations. So wherever you are in the world, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscription button, hit the notification button so you know when we go live. So we are back in effect, guys. I'm back off vacation, just got back from Mexico. So I'm ready to go on this Monday morning. I hope you had a fantastic weekend doing something that you enjoy, surrounded by people that you love. And I hope there was a lot of laughter in your life. So guys, I want to talk to you about building a $1 million a month or $1 million a year business. And even if you are a career professional, I'm talking to you as well. How can you maximize yourself in your career? So I'm going to be using entrepreneur jargon, but I'm talking to you as well. So these principles that I'm going to teach you over the next week, over this next 5 days, we're going to be talking about how do you build that $1 million business? And so how do you build that $1 million career? How do you max out your career? And even if, earning $1 million is not your goal, you still want to maximize your potential. You still want to maximize your earnings. So the things that I share with you are going to help you maximize your earnings. So let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about the first one. And the first one is building your brand. Talking about brand you. You are a brand. I'm specifically talking about you are a brand. And so when we talk about a brand, we're not talking about your logo. We're not talking about your website. We're not talking about your brand colors, but I'm talking about the way you show up in the world. How are you showing up in the world? That's your brand. How people experience you. When people walk away from you, what's left in their mind? When they walk away from you, what are they saying about you? That's your brand. That's when people walk away from you and they say, man, that woman was amazing. That guy was fascinating. That woman was spectacular. That's your brand. And so when you're building your company or your career, you want to think about the brand, how you show up in the world. So when you step on the scene, what are people saying? What are people saying? And so you need to take some time out and say, you know what? This is what I want to be known for. I want to be known for being a game changer. I want to be known for being a problem solver. I want to be known for making things happen. I want to be known for changing lives. What is it that you want to be known for? Because that's your brand. That's your brand. So I want you guys to take some time today and some time this week and start thinking about your brand, because that's going to be the cornerstone and that's going to be the foundation of you building a successful company or a successful career. When your leaders are in meetings and your name comes up, what are they saying? When it's time to cut the fat, it's time to lay off people, and your name comes up, do you have people behind the door saying, well, we definitely can't get rid of him. We definitely can't get rid of her, because your brand on that job is so strong. When recession and inflation and whatever else they toss at you, when people are thinking about your service, do they say, you know what? I'll cut the cable before I get rid of this. I'll cut this out before I have to have this in my life. That's the type of brand that you want. If you're going to build a successful business, if you're going to have a successful service that you provide, when everybody, hey, we need to cut down this, you need them to look at you and say, oh no, they give such exceptional service that we can't get rid of them. That they've become a part of our fabric. When I think about working with the companies that we work with, I don't want to be known as just another speaker. I don't want to be known as just another consultant. I want them to embrace me. I want them to say, oh no, Will is our speaker. He's not just a speaker. He's our speaker. He's our trainer. He's, he's our consultant. So when I go out for contracts, when I talk to potential clients, I'm not looking and talking to them from a one-off perspective. I'm not looking at it as a gig. I'm looking at it as a partnership that can grow. So when I go in to do contracts, I'm not doing a one-time contract. I'm doing multi-month, event contracts. I'm doing contracts for a year because I want the company to know that we're in partnership with them. And so their brand is connecting with my brand, and I want them to be excited about my brand coming in. So when they announce that we've hired Dr. Will, that we've hired Moreland Training, that we have the best coming in to train us, I want them to be excited about that. I don't want them to just be, hey, we got some training next Friday. If you have time, come on over. No, I want them to be excited about the whole process. I want them to be promoting it. I want them to be saying, listen, guys, I don't care what you're doing on Friday. Drop what you're doing. You need to be a part of this training. You need to be, we have the best of the best. The company has invested a high amount of money for this individual to come in, but we're investing this type of money because we want you to know we're bringing you the best. We want you to know that we're bringing you the best. So we want you to know that we went out and we invested at a high level. We went out and got one of the best in the country to come out and train you. That's the brand that you want to build. So when people, I'm always saying you want to make the yes easier. So your brand makes the yes easier. When they go out and look at your brand, I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and we were looking at creating a partnership. And he says, I went out and I looked at your website. I looked at what you're doing. I like what you're doing. In essence, he said, man, I like the brand that you're putting out there. I like what you're putting out there in the marketplace. So if you're going to build $1 million a month, $1 million a year business, or you're going to excel in your career, you need to start thinking about your brand. So this week, guys, take some time out and say, what energy am I putting out there in the atmosphere? What energy am I putting out there into the world that people look at me and say, I want to be connected to that brand? All right, guys, go out there and dominate. Go out there and crush it. I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning inside the nation.